He's one of the finest songwriters we have in the country. Welcome him to Rove Live, ladies and gentlemen, Ben Lee.
Ben Lee!
How are you?
Very good.
Very good. Now, I've seen photos of you in the women's mags because you're so famous now. People got to take your photo from a long distance with a blurry lens. But I've seen this look you've got happening with the suit with the sleeves cut off.
Well, I was in Bangkok, and they were cheaper. And I figured for my, I'm a very technical guitar player,
Yes.
and I figured there'd be a little extra elbow,
Makes
room
sense.
there.
Makes sense.
And so I do that a lot, and yeah.
Is this a look you've created?
Yeah, I mean, well, it was an incident. It was Bangkok. These things happen.
Hey, man, what can you do? You're young, you're crazy, it's all happening for
Right.
you. So you are, I guess, you're still a young guy in the music industry anyway, 24 years old. So how did it all start for you?
I was just making, recording on a boombox in my bedroom, and I had no idea that that was unusual. I had no idea the recording quality might be considered lo-fi or subpar. I thought it sounded like Pink Floyd.
Yes.
And yeah, I was just trying to make stadium rock in a bedroom in Bondi, and I'm still waiting for the stadiums, but yeah.
You got the rock part, that's okay.
Yeah, I got that down. So. Yeah.
And here you are all these years later.
Yeah, still doing it. I don't really have a choice now. I dropped out of uni after 2 weeks.
What were you studying?
Communications. That's what you do when you don't know.
Now, I had a friend who studied communications, and I don't understand what it is they teach you. How to, write letters, answer phones?
Yeah, basically, just this kind of stuff to communicate better.
Can't believe that's my head, I'll never watch again. So now for you, you mentioned living in Bondi. How much time do you spend in Bondi? And I know you've also got a pad, as the kids call it, in New York.
Digs.
Digs. You got digs in New York. Which is home for you at the moment?
I'm in New York most of the time, but I come back to Sydney as much as I can. I was here for the better part of this year making a film, and so I try and get back as much as possible. And
what was the filmmaking experience like? Did you get any advice from your actress lady friend Claire Danes?
She explicitly told me not to tread over the wires, not to trip on them.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of cables on the floor. And she said to look like a serious actor, you got to do like that a lot. So I tried to do that and tried to miss the wires and
don't stretch. I've discovered stretching at the start doesn't fly.
Doesn't work.
Kids don't dig it, man.
All right.
Now,
see, this is what showbiz is about. It's sharing tips like this.
It is. Here's a tip I'd like to know.
Yeah.
I have heard that when you made this movie, taking the steps into acting, this marked the return, I think, for you, for underpants. You had gone commando for however many years.
Well, yeah, this is the first job I'd ever had where it involved changing in front of people.
Right.
And I freeball. And I didn't want to free fall.
Yes.
So yeah, I returned to underwear. I went and I bought a few pairs, and I was very proud.
Now, what particular pair did you buy? Did you meticulously choose a really top quality brand?
Yeah, I mean, I went for some Calvin Kleins.
Of course,
yes. But I was, they have the ones that are looser at the bottom and the ones that are fitted.
Yes, they're not quite your boxer short. They're more your like a long john.
Yeah,
sort of cut off.
So I tried a few of those, and I did like the support, like after a while.
And how long had you been freeballing for? And can I just point out, I never thought I'd ever ask that of any guest ever in my career.
It was a good 7 years. So it was my sabbatical.
So what, was it just something like one day it got to that end of the cycle in the wash and you just didn't have any underpants, and then just the next day before you know it, it's 7 years later?
I'd already made the transition briefs to boxers. And really, it's like there's not, you're not wearing any anyway.
I don't understand people who wear boxers on the day-to-day. You can sleep in boxers, but they're too loose.
Right.
There's just, with jeans and stuff, they gather up. It's not right.
I like the breeze.
Okay. So you were an advocate of...
This is what showbiz is.
This is showbiz. This is communication.
This is it, man.
So when you were taking steps into the acting world, we were all worried, being the musician, taking, steps into acting. Like Madonna's come under a bit of flack for that lately.
Yep. But look, I seriously thought, the worst I could do is end up in a category of failed musicians trying to act in a movie. So I'd have been there with, you know, Mick Jagger and Madonna and, you know, hopefully I'm not woeful. Haven't seen it yet. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I figured, you know, at worst I'd be in that category, which isn't the end of the world.
But I guess you've kind of had practice, you know, being in film clips and things like that requires some kind of performing acting talent.
Right, so I was pretty good at, you know, although it wasn't demanded of me, the pretending to sing songs.
Yes.
I'd have had that down. And this.
And not tripping on the cables. Yeah. I've actually seen you appear in not only your own clips, but other people's clips as well. For those who haven't seen it, this is the clip for Waikiki's latest single. Have a look at In the Microwave. There you are.
There I am.
Now, how did this come about?
Well, I co-wrote that song with Juanita.
Right.
We've known each other for a lot of years, and I was really excited when she said, "Do you want to come down to Melbourne and be in the video?" And you know, I hadn't made a record in a few years. I hadn't been in a video, so I was a little, you know, I got that adrenaline rush of, the showbiz.
Yeah.
And and so I was excited, and I was like, you know, I had the elaborate fantasies of my grand role in this video, and I get up, and she's like, "So Ben, it's kind of like, you're in a microwave." I planned what I was going to wear. I was like, you know... So
just the head coming
I was
out
like,
of the
yeah,
microwave.
I played it really cool. I was like, yeah. No, I'm totally psyched about that being in the microwave.
It's a good look.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're going to be back later to sing for us your latest single, Something Borrowed, Something Blue. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, please thank Ben Lee. See you at the end of the show.